This is a Garvee ceiling fan. It is a ceiling fan that has a switch control that will turn on where you last left off of the actual ceiling fan of the fan and light. It is a Garvee 52-inch ceiling fan, a white and brown grain, a 2-in-1 design ceiling fan. Flush mount to the ceiling, 7 inches. It has a 12-inch LED that is bright enough to light up the area. We're going to show you everything about this ceiling fan and what you get and how to set up. Garvee, they make products, and this is a 52-inch ceiling fan we're going to place over here and take a fixture down and show you what you get inside the box. They come in a number of colors and sizes, and we're going to show you what this product is about. This is not a low-profile ceiling fan. As we open up the packaging, on top will be your instruction guide to go over. Please do read and check out the information provided. It is a smartphone application wall switch driven unit. As we continue to open up the packaging, it is protected by cardboard, foam, and plastic. As we take out the hardware packaging, the wobble kit, anchors, wire nuts, bolts and screws, the blades bracketing, the LED cover and lighting. Lifting up the cover, the blade kits made of brown on one side and white on the other side. We're going to be hooking up the white and the brown to the ceiling. We have here's a transmitter receiver kit, the DC quiet motor, and the cosmetic cover on top with the bracketing. In the package are covers, the old-fashioned covers for the blades. This is the Garvee flush mount ceiling fan. We have the bracket that we're going to take off and hang up. That's the first we're going to do. The tools that you're going to need: a simple Phillips screwdriver. We have 2 that are open and 2 that are closed. Simply remove the 2 that are closed and place the screws to the side and pull out the top cover. The packaging does not include for the light or junction box the bolts, so please put the 2 bolts in to secure. Our next step for us is placing things to the side, carefully removing the 3 bolts, and careful about the leash. Open the wire leads, slip the cover through, match up the bolts, and reinsert the bolt to the leash and back on. And close up the other 2. The remote transmitter receiver gets hooked up, not now, but later. We then want to take the unit and turn it upside down and remove the cardboard that's holding the 3 screws for the light and these areas that are for the blade. Carefully lift up and remove. The red label is telling you that these are shipping blocks to lock things into place to remove it. And simply remove all of them. Please do not throw away the bolts. You're going to need the bolt for the ceiling fan. The remaining other screws, please remove. With the bracket, this side up faces to the table and matches to the 2 holes. There are 2 holes that are too narrow and 2 holes that are wide. In the kit, we have red washers, spare washers, and bolts. And we have the set here that we're going to now take the cover, the bracket, and the color we want. We want white to the bottom. We want this to the bottom and this to the ceiling facing up. So we are going to place this on and over like so. With the 6 holes, 3 of them are going to be used. You're going to take a washer, a bolt, slide through, and lock down. If for some reason they don't go on, you want to take these and force them in gently to the area so they sit in and lock into place. And then you're able to take the bolt and screw down. You're going to repeat this for the other 4 blades. Now that we have everything all set up, we're going to take the bolts with the washers, this side up, facing to the table, because the white faces up, and we're going to place on to the 2 widest holes. Start to screw in each of the sides. With the manual Phillips screwdriver, you can tighten down. Take the next arm and correctly place on to the next 2 holes. Do not let go. Keep holding until you get the next one on. Remember, these are tight, so you may have to use the screwdriver to get them on securely. With the rubber feet, please take off the bolt, and then these could be discarded. With the bolt going in, you can see it holds tightly. With the screwdriver, the Phillips, place into the hole and secure it down. Please go over every single screw for security, as well as underneath. Next step, we're going to remove the 3 bolts. We have a light fixture that we're going to line up and place on to the module. One side's got the module clip over here. Grab the best you can, slide on, and snap into place. Once it snaps in, if you need to remove, simply push on the clip and wiggle off. To snap on is to align, grab the clip, and snap. Adjust to the holes inside. In order to get on, simply look to the side. You can see the hole and start to screw down. It may take a few seconds to do. And repeat for the other 2. Tighten all down. With the cover, there are slotted areas over here and here. Lay the cover on and locked in. Carefully lift up, rotate around, and lay down on the table gently. With the remote control receiver, yellow, gray, middle is red. Match up and place on. Match up and lock in. They are forced in that you can grab and pull apart. Lay the controller inside and hook up your ground, load, and neutral. You have a leash to hang on top. With the help of a friend, or just simply guide the hole, and now hook up your load, neutral, and ground. With the two bolts put to the side, we have the two bolts. We're going to lift up our fan to the two bolts, lift up and rotate on, making sure both sides and leads are tucked in. And locking down. With each of the bolts on opposite ends secure into place. The last installation step is to place this up where you like, near your wall switch, outlets, and more. We have an included two AAA batteries that are replaceable that can be placed into the back of the unit and closed up. This is the remote control. We have an application to run via the smartphone as well. As we turn the fan on for the first time, it lights up. You have a choice of kelvins to choose from, and we'll go over the remote control first. Going over the controller, we have 6 speeds of the super quiet fan, the off, the reversal, a mute, a breathing mode, the Kelvin switch, negative and positive, and the light, 1, 4, and 8-hour timer. As we hit the on and off button and pointing, the fan is already in the on stage. We hit the light center button, it shuts off and turns on. It has a built-in light memory. We hit the negative from a 10% to 100% stepless brightness. It is controlled with Alexa and Google. We have here is the Kelvin switch. And if we hold the button up, we're increasing the light from warm, medium, and cool. Turning the light on, speed number 3. It spins clockwise, summertime, blowing down air. If we hit the button over here, this should shut the fan down. And the fan will slow down and turn off. This does not have an all off. So if we turn the fan on to speed number 2, for example, and we come over here and shut the light switch in the off stage, everything is shut off. We come back to the switch and turn on. The light goes on, and the memory of where the fan has left off on speed number 2 comes on. Not all fans will come back on via a wall switch. In order to shut the ceiling fan off, it must be shut off by the remote control. We have is a smartphone, and we need to set up the application for that. Open up the Tuya application. The forward and reverse button within 30 seconds. Press it for 5 seconds when the fan is in the on. Hit the plus, add the device, and pair. Device will be added automatically in 15 seconds or less. Hit the fan and add in the information provided and allow the fan to connect. We have a confirmation of the fan and done. As the application opens up, the fan is in the on position. We have a switch. We have turned the switch off, and the fan is slowing down and off. That is the fan speed. We could turn the switch on, and we have the wind level of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you see, the fan increasing speed. We'll leave it at number 3. and scroll up, we have a natural, which it'll give a breeze. As you can see, the fan is blowing on the side. For sleeping, we have a sleep mode. It's extra quiet. The fan is a super quiet DC motor. For fresh air, we have fresh air. And then for smart circulation, we have smart circulation. We have a timed shutdown of 1 all the way up to 8 hours in single increments. We have a fan direction. Right now it says it's in reverse, blowing down. If we hit forward, the fan will stop and go in a clockwise position, blowing forward, correctly blowing down. We have a dimmer. The dimmer has a brightness level as you go lower down the level of the light as soon as you let go, or increase it and it'll brighten right up. You want to change the color from 0, 28, all the way up to 100. This is 80%. The fan speed in the Smart is changing high and low. We have a white, a warm, a cool, and night light. These are all of the tap bar title fan. If I want to rename it, I could do different things in the application, and we're going to just leave it as that. Let's back out. We have a cycle timer. We add. We want to start at 9 o'clock. We set to 9 o'clock. We want to repeat it, be notified, switch on the light, or switch off the fan. We have options to save. And every time, Sunday through Saturday, we have our fan come on as security to the house, or cooling or warming the house for your pets and other things. Now that is everything of the ceiling fan with the application. We have the lights off. This is at 100% of the light. As we hold it down to 1%, this is what the light will look like. We'll change the Kelvin. Warm, medium, and cool. And brighten up. It is enough light in the area. It is a ceiling fan that will give you the dimensions of the blade, the wooden blades. They measure 17 plus inches, and in width, they're 5.5 inches, and in the thickness, about 1/4 of an inch. They have metal caps, the old-fashioned style. From the center of the light, right about here, it measures 25 inches. From the light fixture itself, measures 20 inches. We have a bracket that measures about 8 inches. We have a light diameter from the outside of the light is about 1 foot. From the plastic alone is 9 3/4, and the depth of the light is 1.5 inches. From the ceiling to the very bottom measures 9.5 inches. This is your ceiling fan. Overall, it should measure about 49 inches. Is a 52-inch ceiling fan. It is a flush mount ceiling fan. If we look from the very top to the inner side, it is 7 inches. The ceiling fan must be hung over 7 feet, 8 to 10 feet maximum height. You have a remote control, you have a smartphone, and you have a wall switch, all three to operate. This is the only fan that operates off the wall switch that turns the fan on, last memory with the light as well, and has a timer, night mode, and more. The application does a little different than the remote control. I hope you enjoy your Garvee 52-inch ceiling fan, a two-tone ceiling fan blade. Wooden grain on top, brown, white on the bottom. You want a black ceiling fan, and you want a brownish grain on there, they make different makes and models. This one comes in a number of colors. This is your ceiling fan from Garvee, and thank you for viewing.